guys, so today's video is about a topic I have wanted to do a video on for the longest time, and it is one of my most requested videos, and that is to do a video about the Black Dahlia. Now, most of us are pretty familiar with this case, so I didn't want to do a video just on the case itself. I thought I would do one in my Conspiracy Thursday video series. If you don't know what that is, every other Thursday of this year, I'm going to do a conspiracy theory video. And I thought it would be perfect to do one on the Black Dahlia because there are so many conspiracy theories surrounding her and this case. If you're not that familiar with this case, though, I will give you a little bit of an overview. On January 15th, 1947, the body of a 22-year-old woman named Elizabeth Short was found in Leimert Park in Los Angeles, California. Her body was cut in half. All the blood was drained from it. She was beaten and abused, and her mouth was cut from ear to ear. It was an extremely gruesome murder, and it created a tabloid firestorm. I mean, everybody knew about this. It spread throughout the entire country. She was coined the name the Black Dahlia, and her case has become one of the most popular and gruesome cold cases in America's history. Elizabeth Short went to Los Angeles to become a star and to make a name for herself, just like a lot of people back in the day did and still do to this day. But her life was cut extremely short, and there is a lot of conspiracies surrounding her and her death. So let's just get into it. The first conspiracy theory is that the Black Dahlia was a prostitute. This is a very popular conspiracy about her, and I, of course, cannot tell you 100% if this is true or false. Like, I did not know her, I was not there, but I do not believe it to be true. She was a social butterfly. She did what a lot of young women back in that day did who just moved to Los Angeles and didn't have a lot of money. She went out on a lot of dates, mostly just to get dinner and to eat because they didn't have the money for food. This was something that was very common back in the day. So there are a lot of pictures with her and a lot of men, but there is no evidence at all that she indulged in any prostitution whatsoever. Most experts find this conspiracy to be completely false and that the tabloids made it up just to make the case sound a little bit more risque. The next conspiracy is one that some think might be true, and that is that her murder is connected to the Cleveland torso murders. The Cleveland torso murders were a string of murders in Cleveland from 1935 to 1938, where 12 people were murdered in a similar fashion that Elizabeth was killed in. Now, even though this was years prior and in a completely different location, some people do think that they are connected, that maybe the murderer had traveled, or that the murderer who killed Elizabeth got inspiration from these murders that happened years prior. The next conspiracy is that her killer might have been a woman. This is a less popular conspiracy, but a small percentage of people do believe it to be true. A psychologist named Alice Levere said that due to the emotional nature of the crime, a woman might have committed it. And many years later, a Los Angeles Times editor did some investigating himself and found some clues in the case that may have pointed to a woman named Alexandra Partaika. The next conspiracy is that the murderer who killed the Black Dahlia may have also killed Georgette Bauerdorf 2.5 years earlier. Georgette's murder was also a very popular one as well, and in the book Severed, the author John Gilmore compares the two crimes in detail, and there is a lot of similarities between the two. The next conspiracy is a very popular one, if not the most popular Black Dahlia conspiracy, and that is that a man named George Hodel killed the Black Dahlia and that he got inspiration from an artist named Man Ray. A man named Steve Hodel swears that his father, George, was the killer of the Black Dahlia. His father, George, was a surgeon, and many investigators of the case think that the person who killed her may have in fact been a surgeon due to the precise cutting of her torso. And there was a black car that was spotted near the crime scene hours before that resembled George's car. Steve has done excessive research about this. He has wrote a book and he has come out with documentaries. This is one of the most popular conspiracy theories. And one of George's friends was an artist named Man Ray. And Man Ray had very strange photography. Much of his artwork portrayed men naked and women who looked like their body had been cut in half. It was very dark and mysterious looking, and it looked a lot like the crime scene of the Black Dahlia. George's secretary was actually writing a manuscript about George when she mysteriously died. And in February of 1950, when George was being acquitted for molesting his 14-year-old daughter, the LAPD set up a microphone in his room and caught him saying, "Supposing I did kill the Black Dahlia. They couldn't prove it now. They can't talk to my secretary because she's dead." There have been tons and tons of people over the years who have come forward saying that they are the killer of the Black Dahlia. Mostly just for publicity, thinking that they could get their name out there in some way, which I find absolutely disgusting if you ask me. But all in all, this case has remained unsolved. I personally, I don't know what my full opinion of it is. I do think a lot of evidence points to George Hodel though. I don't know about you guys. What do you guys think? If you're familiar with this case and you've done your own research and you formed an opinion of your own, definitely put that down below because I love hearing what you guys have to say. And if you're not already, definitely make sure to subscribe and like and any of that good stuff. And all my social media links are down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.